going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and you may or may not be aware, but this is a pretty big deal for one of the most popular mining pools. When Ethereum was still around, they did convert over to Ravencoin, Ergo, as well as ETC, obviously, but Ethermine / Fly pool is going to be shutting the doors. That means it is no longer going to be a pool. You better move off or risk losing your coins if you don't pull out in time. So here we have, attention, etc ethermine.org will shut down on the 1st of July, 1/07/2023. Please finalize your mining activities by then. So at the time of releasing this video, you have 1 month to withdraw all your coins and move to a new pool if you are on this. And there is quite a few miners actually using this pool between the three before you say, oh, it's just one pool. It doesn't really matter. But here we can see ETC, Ravencoin, which is under the Fly pool name, and Ergo is under Fly pool as well. Now, if we look at their tweet here, this was posted about 8 hours of the time of recording this video. I did see it right when it happened, but I wasn't home and whatnot. But after careful consideration, we have decided to shut down our mining services at Flypool / Ethermine. We want to thank all of you, our dedicated miners, for their support and contributions over the years. Your efforts have been instrumental in making Flypool a success. As we move forward, we encourage all users to finalize their mining activities on the ETC, Raven, and Ergo pool and consider staking on their ethpool.org for more environmental friendly and secure. You know, whatever, staking, not my thing. Anyway, there's a bunch of bits be tripping here. Obviously, sorry to see you guys go. Many years of service. They've been around. Obviously, they're huge when Ethereum was around. Ethereum is now gone to proof of stake. They have their Ethereum staking pool still, but everything to do with mining will be going. Now, interesting thing here, Flex Pool actually is saying, this is the end of an era and we are sad to see you go. We hope miners will continue their mining with us. We are offering 1 week of 0% ETC pool fee to welcome new customers. Now here, I went through their website. I don't see any announcement or anything yet on their website, so I don't know when that 1 week starts. Maybe you think you would start doing this a week or two before the deadline and then let it go for a week or so after the deadline of the pool closure. Because as we know, miners don't leave. There's going to be miners that are going to be mining to nothing, probably for weeks on end, after the pool shuts down because people don't stay up to date and check things. But, you know, that's on them. That's part of being a miner. Regardless, let's go through a couple more of these comments. One really kind of caught the idea. Now, originally, obviously, I was thinking Ethereum went away. So, you know, they're losing a lot of money. Low market cap coins. A lot of these coins aren't really high in value that they currently have compared to Ethereum. So maybe they're losing a lot of money. But this one really kind of brought some ideas. So Coastal Crypto here does say, go woke, go broke. I'm sure this has nothing to do with censorship of mining. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of the exchanges getting pulled out of Canada, United States, they're leaving there too, North America in general. But I have heard in the background noise from, you know, some said pools and stuff that even the government, I think New York is obviously, the state of New York is one of them, but they're actually contacting a lot of these mining pools allegedly and trying to get all the users information without them knowing about it. Legitly saying, give us the users. No, don't tell them about it, which is illegal. But this is something that actually is going on in the background from what I'm kind of hearing. So, you know, Coastal Crypto is probably onto something, and they just didn't want to deal with this, and they could be shutting down. But obviously, they can't say anything. There's something huge going on when it comes to crypto, when it comes to mining, decentralization. That's just something next level coming out of the governments, because as we know, this does threaten everything that they stand for, and the elites, you know, they can't control everybody if everybody starts getting into decentralized crypto. That's why we're going to see probably something like XRP, which is working with the banks, maybe become, you know, win their lawsuit because they're working with the banks. The elites can control that. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. A major pool is closing. Now let's kind of look at the numbers of the GPUs that have to move off this pool. So as I kind of mentioned earlier, I think, oh, it's just one pool, move to another pool, yada, yada, whatever. But there's actually a decent amount of GPUs on this one pool, you know, just for these three coins. So here I kind of wrote down here, we got ETC, Ergo, and Ravencoin on Ethermine / Flypool. Now, ETC. They got 5.47 terahash when I checked it out, you know, just before making this video. Ergo has about 1.54 terahash. This is only for their pool, not the entire network. And they got about 770 gigahash worth of Raven coin. Now, a single 3080 on these coins, ETC is about 101 megahash. We got 225 megahash on Ergo and 42 megahash on Raven coin. So total GPUs for each coin in RTX 3080s is ETC 54,158 RTX 3080s are on ETC. Now, a lot of these could be Apollos and Jazz miners, but you got to keep in mind there are in fact a lot of GPUs that are still mining ETC, whether it's cheap power or believing in the coin or whatever. 12% of all GPUs that are in HiveOS alone are on ETC. Now, Caspa has 16%, but it's very hard to dictate the hash rate there because we know for a fact there's so many of those huge ASICs on there, so we can't do that. But I did kind of compare it to Flux, Nexa, and Ironfish as well because they're next in line. Now, HiveOS doesn't have every GPU out there, obviously, but it is one of the most popular and does have a good majority of hardware on it in the crypto mining space. But that's just kind of what we're doing here. We're just guessing stuff. But here we have ETC. So it's 54,158 RTX 3080s worth of hardware on ETC alone. Ergo has about 6,844 and Raven coin has 18,333 RTX 3080s. That's a grand total of about 79,335 GPUs on that pool alone. You know, just guessing here again, could be Jazz miners and Apollos on ETC, but regardless, just comparing that to some coins here, like let's take Flux for an example. The entire Flux network has about 30,000 RTX 3080s on it. It's not that many if you think, well, that's the entire Flux blockchain altogether on the proof of work side. There's only 30,000 3080s. And so, you know, we have over double, you know, 2.4 or something here, X worth of GPU hardware on this one pool alone over the entire Flux network. Now, obviously, Ironfish is actually gaining a lot of popularity. There's a lot of GPUs on here, 145,977. And then Nexa is actually sitting at about 133,362 RTX 3080s on it in terms of hardware. So, you know, obviously these are very small numbers compared to what Ethereum had. It was up over 10 million, you know, up when it was around 800 gigahash just prior to the merge or something like that. But, you know, that's a lot of hardware and even had more in the peak of the last bull run. Then all of a sudden the merge happened. We know what happened there. Regardless, though, we still have some decent sized networks, small compared to Ethereum, but we can see a lot of these that people are thinking the next go-tos and awesome. They don't really actually have that much hardware. So, you know, we really need, you know, 100x gains to these coins to support the amount of GPUs that may just be shut off. But regardless, we're looking into something major here. This is a nice, big, huge, popular pool, and there's over 79,000 GPUs worth of RTX 3070s sitting on this pool alone, which I just compared to the entire network of Flux. It's over 2x of that. So there's a lot of hardware that actually has to move. So if you are using Ravencoin, mining Ravencoin, Ergo, or ETC on Ethermine / Flypool, you have 1 month to move your hardware and get your coins out of there. What happens after that, I have no idea. You may risk losing your coins. Maybe they'll give you, you know, a 1 month layaway type of thing. I doubt it. They're giving you the warning now. Get your coins out of there and move to a new pool. If you lose your coins, you know, in theory, it's all your fault. They're giving everybody the warning. You're a miner. This is part of your job to keep an eye on where you're mining and watching your equipment. So the warning's out there. Move your stuff. If you don't, most likely you're going to have about a 99% chance of losing it, but time to move pools. Ethermine / Flypool is done. Well, thank you for checking out this video, everyone. I'm curious of your thoughts and opinions on this situation down in the comment section below. Where are you currently mining? Are your GPUs on or off? Let me know. I will see you on the next one. Rabid out.